Canada and the US have not reached an agreement on when to reopen their shared border. Canada is taking a phased approach to reopening its international border amid the pandemic. Despite the pressure to reopen the border, Canada's Prime Minister maintained his position to restrict border crossing until more of the Canadian population is vaccinated. Although the Canada-US border closure was expected to be extended, both nations are behind the EU's travel policy of allowing non-essential travel for vaccinated individuals. In this video, we look into what it takes to reopen the Canada-US borders. We also outline the new easing of restrictions for Canadian nationals and permanent residents. But first, we want to thank you for joining us. Find us on all the other social media channels, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and click that bell to get notified when we release a new video. We also appreciate your likes and comments below, as it helps to support our channel. This video is brought to you by IAM. We believe that travel improves and inspires you and the people around you. We help you travel by providing services which overcome barriers and frameworks that simplify and enrich your experience. We just happen to be immigration lawyers. So reach out to your IAM visa coordinator when you're ready for your adventure, or already on one, and would like some assistance. Oh, and don't forget to check out our website at immigrationandmigration.com. Despite talks between Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and US President Joe Biden, no deal was agreed between the North American leaders about reopening their shared land border, which has remained closed to non-essential travelers since the start of the pandemic. Canada's Minister of Public Safety and Emergency Preparedness, Bill Blair, announced on the 18th of June via Twitter that Canada-US border restrictions would remain in effect for at least another month, saying, "In coordination with the US, we are extending restrictions on non-essential international travel, and with the United States until July 21, 2021. And asserting that the government's #1 priority continues to be keeping Canadians safe." Though Canada has remained accessible by air to US travelers throughout the pandemic, a bilateral ban on non-essential land crossings has been extended on a monthly basis since March 2020. During a press conference on the 18th of June, Trudeau acknowledged that the prolonged border closure is frustrating. The Prime Minister said that he wanted at least 75% of the Canadian population to have been vaccinated with their first dose, and 20% fully vaccinated, before considering reopening the land border. According to the latest data, 65.4% of Canadians have had at least one dose, and 16.5% have been fully immunized thus far. Though Trudeau said he realizes that fully vaccinated Canadians who badly want to travel this summer may be protected, it does not protect the community around you from catching COVID-19 from you. You are still returning to a country where we haven't yet reached a high enough threshold of second dose vaccination, he continued. We are getting there, but that's why we are looking at a phased approach to easing border restrictions. Trudeau previously said that when the US and Canada do begin lifting border restrictions, proof of vaccination may be a requirement to cross. Returning Canadian residents currently face a stringent set of re-entry requirements, including a 14-day isolation period, regardless of their vaccination status. Government officials on both sides of the border and travel industry leaders have been pleading with the Canadian government to reopen the border, which has had devastating economic effects for both countries. Tori Barnes, Vice President of Regulatory Affairs at the US Travel Association, says the border closure has been a huge hit to both economies. Each month that travel from Canada remains at a standstill, the US economy loses $1.5 billion in potential travel exports, which is enough to support 10,000 American jobs and each week the US loses $340 million, Barnes said. Despite the pressure to reopen the border, Canada's Prime Minister maintained his position to restrict border crossing unless more of the Canadian population is vaccinated. Canada has eased some travel restrictions for the fully vaccinated Canadian citizens and permanent residents crossing the US border. Canadian citizens and permanent residents may begin entering Canada quarantine-free after the 5th of July if they are fully vaccinated. It appears that this announcement does not apply to US citizens and residents traveling to Canada. Canadians and permanent residents will be required to show documentation that proves they have received all required doses of a Canadian-approved COVID vaccine at least 14 days before entering the country. Those traveling will reportedly be required to submit the information using the ArriveCan app, meet COVID test requirements, be asymptomatic for the virus, and have a suitable quarantine plan. What are your thoughts on easing restrictions for vaccinated people? Talk to us in the comments section below. If you have plans to travel, check out the deals we have found in the description box below. If you need assistance with a visa to Europe, the UK, or the US, including help with securing your travel arrangements, IAM can help. For visa advice, contact your IAM visa coordinator. If you'd like to get more info on travel, visas, immigration, and citizenship, head over to immigrationandmigration.com for more free content. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell for more travel and visa updates.